Everybody, this is Jeff Veale, the business guru, coming to you once again, from lovely, sunny and hot downtown Manila. 8:30 in the morning, it's bloody hot already. I might have to go for a swim at lunchtime. Got an awesome guest today, all the way from United States. One of my favourite places to visit. He's from LA. It's an adult playground over in LA, guys. If you ever get a chance to go to LA, please go. It's an awesome place. My guest is Dr. Quintus Jett. His current role, the founder and CEO, business company name is Spot Productions Incorporated. And the industry is all about education, and years in the industry is 26 years. A brief description, I'm just reading off my iPad here. A public service company which through education empowers others in their social and community impacts through publishing, events, content creation, media production, hands-on internship programs and masterclass series. So if you want to know more about that, reach out to this wonderful gentleman and have a cup of coffee. A virtual cup of coffee costs you nothing, guys. And that's how you learn stuff, by talking to people, right? The right people. His key achievements or projects: a volunteer canvassing project in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. Imagine that, guys. It was 20 years ago. Almost, to me, it almost seems like yesterday, right? Personal motto or philosophy: you make a difference and change the world, not through your opinion, but by your example. That's right. Talk is cheap, guys. Talk is very cheap, right? And we've got all this contact information here. We'll be putting that all across social media. And think about it, guys. If you did a TV commercial, it would set you back about $30,000, right? Now, that's one thing, $30,000 for a TV commercial. However, people might go and make a sandwich or go to the loo while the commercial's on, so you wasted your money. If you did 10 radio spots in your city, that might set you back $3,000 to $5,000. But guess what? They might play them at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning when people are asleep. But you can come on 15 minutes of fame for free, and we'll put you across all the different social media channels and put you in front of thousands of potential people, right? We'll put you, hit your nose. We'll put you across all these different channels with all your social media links so that people can reach out to you. And at your end, you'll do the same. You'll tell people, I was interviewed by the business guru, rah, 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 and you'll use this as a business card. So guys, please think about coming on the show. So it's my great pleasure in the afternoon for him to welcome to the stage Mr. Quintus Jett. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. It's a little bit overcast here in LA today. It's not characteristic, but yeah, it's great. It's great. And it's actually great to talk with you.
It's like you're in the Rocky Mountains with that background.
Yeah, this is the background of Pasadena, California. I used to work at NASA Caltech JPL, Jet Propulsion Lab. They used to do spacecraft that sends, interplanetary space.
Wow. Yeah, it looks a bit rough and tough, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's actually the scene of there were some wildfires here in LA, which probably people have been hearing about. It's like and so a lot of this landscape there was actually a lot of fires that come through.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like Armageddon. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your current career path and help as many people as you do.
Let me see. I think let me see my career journey. So basically, I'm originally an academic. I'm someone from Los Angeles who's always been interested in organizations and innovation, and I had an opportunity to get some education at one of the great universities, Stanford University, School of Engineering, Silicon Valley. And I got a chance to study organizations and about innovation and study high-tech companies and how they innovate, what's their strategies, what are their capabilities, given that there's such competition and within that space. It almost takes a different kind of mentality to deal with the uncertainty and the variety of things. So I was trained in that. I was a business school professor, business school researcher, but then Hurricane Katrina happened and the flooding of New Orleans, and I had an instinct of wanting to help. And so I created a project, mapping project that sourced people of different ages, different educational backgrounds, and we were able to, it's basically a very rapid mapping protocol, like of what's needed where, so that all the people who want to help can come do it. And so, but the career path now, doing a company for this, after becoming a caregiver for my mother in Los Angeles, I know something about I wanted to give back, And so this company, On the Spot Productions, is here for me to act as a vehicle to sort of give back and empower other people because there's a lot of disempowerment going on right now in this society that we have with all the changes that are going on.
Tell me, what's been the most challenging aspect of your work and how have you overcome that?
To my work actually is time. It's like there's not enough time.
One resource we can't make, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But I think the thing that I've done in some ways it's the opposite of what the way, well, get sleep, getting sleep and getting rest and getting peace and reflection, and so I can think about what needs to happen. Listing the things I want to do that are feasible, and then picking at least one or two, and then just sort of doing it. But also too, when it comes to getting things done, I think sometimes we focus too much on the how. Like how do we get it done? When really, I find you need to know why you want to do something and what you want to get done. And in this
Purpose.
world of ours, you talk to people and you'll figure out how, or how will find you. And so I think leaving time out to connect with other people, not just for the cause, but to connect with other people for yourself, to sort of for
Yeah.
your peace and your motivation, or just to help other people. At least if you're like me, I get empowered by helping, supporting other people, and for causes bigger than myself.
Karma in action. You get, if you're a giver, you'll also, it's like giving someone a gift. You know, you don't do it for any other reason, but then you see that smile, you see their reaction, and what goes around comes around. Tell me, can you tell us an important moment in your career that changes your direction entirely?
It was the creating that project. It was called the Gentilly Project in New Orleans after Katrina.
Yes.
I mean, at a time that was, I mean, in terms of my marriage, like we ran into trouble. My career, as I was planning it, had gone kaplooey. You know?
Um,
And in the midst of that, I stepped out into, to do a cause using my expertise.
so you
And
pivoted, right?
well, it was almost like well, I didn't expect because it wasn't like I knew that this would work, but it is. But it's the first time that I learned that something that would be reinforced over time, like in the 20 years since Katrina, which is when you're willing to step into some, on behalf of others for something greater than yourself, it's almost like the math of the universe shifts on you. It's like things start happening, like ideas come to you, resources come to you, and then or even just ways of using resources come to you. And so I think I got changed. So even though I eventually, after after a period of unemployment, about 3 years, I actually got to be a tenure track professor again. But I was different. I mean, I didn't look at things the same way. I don't think I was like a normal professor, like, with the publishing and stuff. I'm concerned about impacts for the world and helping, supporting other people
Right,
in
being
making a
unique, like
difference and changing the
being your
world.
own man, right? Tell me, in your opinion, what are the key qualities and skills that contribute to your success? Obviously, your caring nature and your determination. What else?
Hmm. Well, this is a discovery for me because at first when I looked at the New Orleans, at first I used to think, oh, it's because I had this PhD in organizations from Stanford. That's what I used to think at first. But but now I think it's something else. I went to this school growing up. It was like this a French school, it was a lycée. And basically we had people, all kinds of people at that school, like different nationalities, different cultures. And I think what I learned there was how to like meet other people and respect other people with I guess I call it a spirit of égalité. Like, we're all people, and I think that was the skill that really helped out in New Orleans. Like, I would just be down there, and that's the thing. When there's a disaster that big, it affects everybody, like everybody, different ages, wealth, all that stuff don't matter. And so I was in a position to be able to go and just meet people where they are and empathize and respect them as people, you know? So I think that's probably one of the key things, like that spirit of inclusivity and equity with other people.
Tell me, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field? What's the secret?
Um, given that I'm really interested in like the empowerment of other people, it actually almost writes itself, said, or it takes itself because you start engaging the world. I see the ways in which people are not feeling empowered. I'm a neighborhood council member in the city of Los Angeles, a neighborhood council member that's at the community level. We are unpaid, but I talk to people in the community, and so many people in this society of ours, we feel too many people feel they don't know how, that they don't their voice, not just their voice, but even just making a difference and how to make a difference in their own lives. And so I think mostly I get fueled by people and I get fueled by the challenges that I see people are in. It's like, okay, how can we come together and do something about that?
Can't see the forest for the trees, and when you're outside, sometimes you can see their problem crystal clear. They've just got to be prepared to take the advice, isn't it? You know?
Yes, I mean so many times. I mean, I love half-baked ideas because you can make them into full-baked ideas. And it's funny that sometimes I've had experience many a time, like in New Orleans, like mapping, where I would describe one of the challenges we were having in doing it, and one of the volunteers would have an answer. Like it's like I mean, one time we had someone helping. She's a 12-year-old who had to stay behind because she wasn't an adult, so they wouldn't have her out in the field. But we actually found a task for her to do that was actually pretty significant, you know. So I mean, everyone can give something, you know. Everyone has something to offer.
I
If
got a
if you're
saying that I learned it years ago. Always be listening, right? Be listening more than you talk. Because I used to say this in a nice way. Some of the best ideas come out of the mouths of idiots. Like I've often had a problem as a boss, and one of my like a janitor would come past and go, "Why don't you do such and such?" And I go, "Shit, we never thought of that." And it was just an awesome idea, right? Like a lot of stuff is common sense, which is not common. Right. Tell me, tell us about a project or achievement you're particularly proud of. It sounds like Hurricane Katrina was a big one.
Yeah, and for some reason right now at this moment I'm thinking of something very small. So I have a neighbor a few streets down, and their mother died.
Sad.
Um, and I knew their mother, and so the daughter came back into town, and so was talking with her about it, and she was, she's kind of an organizer and was trying to think through all the funeral arrangements,
Yes.
and I think I really appreciated just being there for her, and given my mother had just passed, last May, and um, so I was able to basically give her like some of my, like, oh yeah, this is where I went for the program.
Experience.
And
Yeah.
so basically the idea that she was able to piggyback off of some things that I had experienced in
Yes.
order to more smoothly have the service for her mother that
Not
she
something we
wanted
do.
to have.
We've got no. It's not something we do every day, is it? I mean, it's like if
Yeah.
someone passes tomorrow, you think, shit, what do I do now? I mean,
Yes.
you don't bundle them up, put them in the deep freeze. You got to,
Right.
something's got to happen. You got to go through all the challenges and all the different steps. Tell me, what advice would you give someone aspiring to be in your footsteps? What would you tell them? A younger version of you.
Hmm. I I think there's an element of learning to know what intrinsically interests you.
Right.
Like not what just like what makes money or something, but what do you like? Because the way that I feel, I mean, I'm finally at a point where there's a saying, I think it's Frederick Buechner, the place God calls you is the place where your deep gladness and the world's hunger meet. And so I think I think our mission in life is to find that, like something where you have a hunger for something, And then it's like, where does the hunger meet? So, I mean, I've always had an interest in organization. I've always known that. That's
Yes,
why I got a PhD in it. But it was really when but where the world's hunger is disasters. So whenever there's a disaster anywhere in the world, there's a part of me that I go to work. My mentally in my heart, I go to work. It's like, okay, what could we do? What could we do? And and what are
value.
the different models out there on how to respond? Because there are models out there to respond towards crisis.
Absolutely. And a lot of them are quite sensible. You got to start from ground zero, literally, and just
Yeah.
work your way up. Um, Tell me, looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future?
Well, I found it's good to sort of think in sort of that's like the operational future. So really, I'm looking at the next year mostly, and so
You
mostly it's
can't
take
control the past.
yeah, yeah, right. I'm looking at the company and this issue of empowering people within the city of LA in particular. So it's like there will be. I'm willing to do things outside, but I'm really want to home down on the communities, the family of neighborhoods. LA is like 4 million people. There's like dozens of neighborhoods in Los Angeles, and just like having equipping people on the ground.
I guess you got Koreatown, Chinatown, all these different communities, right?
Yes, yes, and it's very diverse. It's almost like Los Angeles is this big mosaic of people and
Yeah,
cultures,
interesting.
and it's wonderful.
Yeah, be a great food bowl, right?
That'd be great.
You're a foodie, you'd love LA. Looking ahead, you've done that one. Tell our listeners and people watching this wonderful show, how can they reach out and find out more about your mission and help and get involved?
See the number of things like so my email quintusjettphd dot at gmail. So my name Quintus
That's on the screen, yeah.
JETTPHD. Yep. And also at LinkedIn, and also I have a Facebook page, the Quintus Jet PhD.
Fantastic. They're doing it all right. All right, before we wrap it up, which we're about to do, tell us a fun fact about yourself that most people don't know.
Well, in my choir at the church I'm in, I'm on the choir in my church, and I'm the tambourine. I bring my tambourine, and it's
Pretty
great. It's like yeah, just add flavor to the atmosphere
Yeah, that's
because I
right.
mean that yeah
That's exactly what that instrument does, doesn't it? It's just there
yeah
in the background, right? Like
yeah
you take it away, you don't realize you take it away, it changes the dynamics dramatically. But you add it, and it's just that like putting the spice in food, isn't it?
Yes, and the fun thing about it is it almost takes like someone like, a PhD to be able to appreciate that there are things that are much more important than knowledge.
Absolutely.
And so I get a chance to practice it at least every Sunday with the tambourine.
We've only got one life, so live it, guys. If you don't live your life, no one's going to do it for you. If it's meant to be, it's up to me, right? And I'll tell you another thing, guys, that I've learned long ago. I lost 20 million during COVID. It's another story. No one, I repeat, no one is coming to save you. So you've got to learn to save yourself, guys, right? And reach out to people. There's plenty of people out there want to help. Reach out to our good friend here and have a cup of coffee, have a chat. He's always up for a chat, and you'll both come away learning a bit from each other. So the invitation's there. All right, you've been a wonderful guest today. Thanks for being on the show. Much appreciated.
Well, thank you very much.